Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon, recording from the test server and continuing the Revamp 1.6 of Fire. So just to recap, this is a weapons master build with it's sort of like a dual class as well, because it's a high defense damage stance, and it seemed to work okay in the Shade solo, so I'm gonna try it in Typhon's Monster Invasion, and we're gonna see how this holds up in open world. Now the difference between this and an instanced solo, or I mean Shades is sort of instanced, or it's kind of limited in attack direction because there aren't that many ads, but in Typhon's Monster Invasion, definitely more strategy is involved. So this is basically going to be like a classic Fire, no AM.
Typhon's monsters are holing up in various places across Gotham City. Find one of their lairs and clear it out for us. Can you believe the nerve of Typhon, thinking we'll just sit back and let his monsters take over? Onlookers trying to get a sneak peek at Typhon's monsters are getting more than they bargained for. Gorgons are turning them all to stone. Take care of Typhon's Gorgons in Gotham City.
So we got portals, and we have the Cyclops.
Crush you!
A lot of ads missing here. Each of these nodes should have 2 Cyclops. I see one guy down there, but he couldn't be clearing the guys up here.
I'll smash you to mush! Stop that!
Maybe that's part of the adjustment.
You weak and useless!
So these ads are about the same as the Shade solo in difficulty. There we go, this is a correct node.
Smash you! I make you stop! Ah! Ah!
Yeah, a lot of these nodes are missing ads, which is going to make this drag out, because normally the citizens and Cyclops counters will complete at the same time, but I'm going to be missing Cyclops. Let's hit a portal. Also, they're not getting aggroed right now, because usually when you start interacting with the cage, they come out. They come after you, both of them. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's part of the adjustment or not. So far, the only adjustment I've noticed was just the damage that the ads do, which makes sense because we're like in a non-AM world, we're doing less damage.
Your bones! You weak and useless!
Because with AMs, we basically were spamming the high-tiered powers, like the high-cost and high-damage ones, and we were getting power back, so that's why we were able to spam them. But in a non-AM world, you're going to be able to use them like maybe once, and then you have to wait a few seconds. So where are we at? Okay, we got the citizens, but we're just low on Cyclops because they weren't spawning.
You little pest!
Also on live, when you attacked one, the other would just notice. But it's actually taking a while for him to notice. Oh, and I can't free the person in the cage after it was completed. Alright, so that's done. Let's do the portals.
Time for squish! Ah! 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 Crush you!
So as you can see, power back is pretty good in the open world, or against ads in general. Because I mean, you're getting some of the power back just from taking out the ads, and also they're like alternating weapons and powers.
You dare to cross me? Oof. Ah. No! Pain means nothing!
Alright, so... Oh, there's a finished quest. Now we're gonna go to the sewer. I didn't highlight it. Oh, there we go. Now this should be a better test, unless they adjusted the underground part too. Because the open world isn't as active, but maybe it's because there aren't enough players here triggering the spawns. Okay, and we have Minotaurs. That's one of the harder types, I'd say. So this will be a good test.
You anger me.
So I'm going to approach this from a strategic point of view. Like we're not going to jump in there and start like spamming powers and stuff like we're used to.
Face my horns.
Going to work on counters. So this is something I would do like when I'm CR 166. Like basically you see the different mobs and they're walking. They each have walking patterns. So sometimes one mob will walk into another. That's when you don't want to attack. What you want to do is kite them and split them up.
You anger me. No. Pain means nothing. No. Pain means nothing. You anger me. Pain means nothing.
Now I wonder if this guy's going to feel like a boss or an ad.
I won't forgive your trespass. No! You anger me!
Okay, so these are relatively easy. There isn't anything in here that feels like a boss class. But with that last Minotaur being like an ad with higher health, you sort of get a look at a longer term, like
Thank you for
longer
your
term
help.
of the passive
Knowing
power
how
back.
curious people are, I'm sure there will be more. Defeating those monsters was a great help. I hope Typhon is not. Thanks for clearing those monsters out. They've proven to be persistent. Check back later. There may be more places that need clearing.
Okay, so nothing special really came out of this test. It's just more an extension of the previous test against open world. Maybe one of the tighter packed open worlds would have been a better test, but on live, I would say Typhon's Monster Invasion is one of them. But I guess there's just not enough players here triggering the spawns. And by packed open world, I'm talking about like the Envy area in Trigon and Steelworks from Home Turf, and there was the Sapphire area of War of Light. Like those were kind of tightly packed with mobs, multiple quests, easy to get into trouble if you don't approach with the right strategies and powers. So like open world with fire, like you just want to be careful of the large AoE moves like Backdraft, because you don't want to pull in more mobs than you need to. But I didn't really run into that situation here, because I guess not enough spawns were happening. But anyway, that's it for this test. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.